Welcome, boys and girls, to another episode of Jammin with Jay. What episode? I don't know because I lost count. Now, I have a very special guest here today. Someone I knew for quite some time. Before I knew Nate, before I knew Sean, before I knew what COH. This is the first man I ever contact on the internet in the YWC. Mr. Johnny Thunder.
So it takes me getting released from COH to be allowed on your show if I'm the first one that you talk to.
Yes.
I hold such a special place in your life that it takes me getting fired.
Something juicy needs to happen. That's all it is.
Man, we were just talking before we hit record about how 10 years ago. What was your YouTube channel name? What the fuck was
Wrestling
that?
Crackhead. That was my channel's name. And legit, you were the first guy I ever contact. You were the first guy. And another guy, Killer King something. I forgot his name, but he is another guy I contacted. But you were the first guy ever. And you gave me a positive response. You said, oh, a lot of energy, all that nice stuff. And as time went on, we went our own little path. I became more and more of a troll. You became a lot more family friendly. Although you kept hitting yourself with notebooks. That's the one thing I remember about you on your channel.
Oh, TNA.
Oh
yeah. I took a 180, man. I was trolling. I was the shooter killer. Remember that?
Yes.
And I did that fucking laugh. I did that laugh that I can't do anymore because I'm old now and my vocal cords are probably rip them apart.
That's the best thing. You know what? Ah! And that hurt a lot. That really did.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me get some water here. This is the first time in 4 years I've done this. So, something like that. Oh, fuck, that hurt. Oh.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wait. So yeah, we've known each other for a while now, and there's a lot of history with you and Carl, but also in the YWC. You go probably maybe I want to say 2005 maybe.
No, late 2007, not 5.
Oh, because again,
I wasn't there for the Kent Jones era. I was after the Kent Jones era.
See, now you're just naming names that only you and I would know probably.
Yeah, everyone listening, what the fuck is this interview?
Who the fuck is Kent Jones? There are so many iconic figures. I won't say Kent Jones is iconic, but he's well known in our used to be old community.
Yeah, the community that now consists of Sean's View Entertainment on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video and subscribe.
And of course, our favorite, Mr. Wrestling Jesus.
Oh man, I got nothing but love for him.
You still talk to him?
Always. Occasionally, we'll talk on Twitter. He'll see a tweet of mine and reply, and then we'll DM each other back and forth. But that's about it.
Because I haven't talked to him in a long time. It's not that we've fallen out. It's more we went our own separate ways, me and him.
I don't know. Him and I have a special place in each other's hearts because he's the guy who got me really going on YouTube. Once we found each other, that's when people started really paying attention. Because we did some really... He made me do a dance off to the Enter Sandman song by Metallica. And the rules were you couldn't do the same move twice. So here's this long-ass song. And I have to make up new moves for everything. It was so fucking hard.
Oh, my...
But I miss him. I miss doing those videos with him specifically. I also miss our buddy Doom Guy.
Oh my! He hated you. What was the beef with you and him? What was the beef?
He took things too serious, so he'd make this serious video, exposing Giant Thunder Cat, and I would reply with my little sister's Barbie toys. He gets so mad at. So he'd make another one. And then I would put abs on myself, a picture with abs, a really, really bad Photoshop. There's proof I have a 6-pack. And he's like, that's a Photoshop pic, cat. And I'm like, what the fuck? That was the point. I'm trying to be funny. He's like, that's not really him. That's a Photoshop.
He sounds just like Gilmore. If Doomguy was as retarded as Gilmore was.
Did you have to bring that up? Because I knew at one point I'd have to admit the thing I've told everybody is that Gilmore is my fault.
Well, look. If he's not your fault, he followed you, okay? He's like a...
No, he's my fucking fault. He's my problem, okay?
Well, that problem's gone now.
Yeah, well, not on YouTube. He's still fucking there.
Well, guess what? We left YouTube and he stopped. Like, he went to call with us, but now he's gone.
I know. I met Peter Gilmore in the year 2003 on a message board.
Jesus.
And he was exactly the same as he is now. Like he would call me like all these derogatory words. I was in like junior high or early high school. He's like, you effing A. Like what the fuck is this guy?
Whoa. So over 10 years.
Dude, I've known him over 10 years now, and it's been up and down with him. I don't care what you guys say. I kind of had this weird respect, but at the same time, I'm not a big fan for him. But I
cannot say the same whatsoever.
I don't know what it is. It's not a respect as in I respect you as a man. It's, look, I've known you for a long fucking time. Like...
Admire. Is that it? Admire?
No, I don't admire Peter. What the... No! I don't know what the word is, but there's a part of me that cannot never delete him from Facebook because he knew me before I was Johnny. He knew me before I was Johnny Thunder. I had a name of DX for life, boss. That was my form message, my name on this message board.
I'm guessing DX. I'm guessing you're a wrestling fan.
Oh no, I'm not a big fan, but I go to WrestleMania just because it's stupid.
Oh, but no, there was a time. But there was a time where I could say you and I were at one point big wrestling fans. And I'm guessing that you say the same as me, that you kind of drifted away from wrestling.
The time I fully drifted away, like I would watch every show, every pay-per-view, is when Cena and John Laurinaitis were feuding and the Big Show turned heel again. It was some fucking pay-per-view, and I'm just like, fuck this. Like that. It's weird that I remember the exact moment, but it was like Cena versus Laurinaitis, and the Big Show turns heel, and I was at like a bar, and I'm looking around. I'm like, why am I still watching this? Like. But from there, I don't remember what fucking year this was, but I stopped watching for maybe 2 years, except for the Rumble and WrestleMania. I'd watch that. But then eventually I got to where I'm at now, where I watch the pay-per-views with my buddies at my place, and the pay-per-views are fun to watch if you just watch those. Does that make sense?
Well, I'm kind of the same way, except I don't watch the pay-per-view. I'm on Skype, and I hear Sean, Carol, and Travis watch the pay-per-view. I'm like, and I judge the pay-per-view by their reaction. And most of the time, it's okay, I don't listen to Carol's reaction, because Carol likes nothing whatsoever. Carol hates everything. So, judging by Sean and Travis, I think the show's pretty good, probably.
Yeah, if my friends didn't join me for them, there were a few that they weren't able to be there, and I just didn't watch it by myself. Like, I wouldn't watch those alone. Like, there's better things to do. But they come by for all of them now, and we either just shit on it or we oddly enjoy it. And since I'm going to WrestleMania again this year with the old YWC gang, I'm actually watching Raw every Monday.
So MB,
sometimes
Boo Boo, and
MB will not. No, not the full gang. It's the most it's been in years because we started Atlanta. We did MB Wrestler, Master Boo Boo, M Accuracy, Alex Enterprise, me, Kristen D, Travis.
You guys had your own shirt. You had your own shirt.
Yeah, I still have that shirt. I'm gonna bring it with me. It still fits.
So, out of everyone in that crew, who do you still talk to?
Everyone.
Everyone?
Yeah, everyone stopped doing YouTube, but it's not like we talk every day. I talk to Gilbert Blaze the most, believe it or not, because we watch the same shows and like we watch the same sports. But I feel like I got really close with Gilbert over the years. But I do still talk to all of them regularly, and we try to go to WrestleMania every year together as much as we can. But the full group hasn't been together since Miami when The Rock and Cena had their first match. That was like the full group was together. That was the last one. Since then, it's been different groups of people from that core group.
Because I just like I remember like I used to talk to like Boo Boo here and there. Mm-hmm. Black Cat Feline like really plays the crap out of me. Although we stopped talking because I left YouTube. I never once talked to MB. Not once. Not once. Gilbert Blaze removed me from Facebook. Because he thinks I'm a Trump supporter, which I'm not.
You just troll too much.
I do. Oh no! It's because I do not like Hillary, and he didn't like that. So okay. I'm like, oh well.
I get it. Yeah, I get. Yeah.
Travis, I talk to basically every day because he's in my group chat. Yeah, he's part of my group now. Yay! Steve and I don't really get along, sadly. I'm not gonna explain why. Maybe one day, but not in this interview. Alex, I talk to regularly, when on Facebook or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, tomorrow I have him for an interview.
Oh, nice. They're all good people, and the YWC. When I was going through a lot of shit, like I got out of high school, I had no idea what I was gonna do. That was a good few years of just fun. Well, I got to kind of explore and live my life. Like that really helped me too. Like those are some of my first travel experiences going to those WrestleManias. So I owe a lot to that group. I owe a lot to those experiences, and I think that's why we keep trying to gather at least once a year for it. I think like Steve hasn't missed a WrestleMania since WrestleMania 27. Like
impressive. That is very impressive.
And I got a lot of stories. Like we're gonna talk about Travis in a minute, but my favorite Travis story. I don't know if I ever told you this story.
Let me guess. Let me guess. Does it involve Travis and Steve?
No.
Damn it!
Travis.
Because I know a story with Travis and Steve that maybe only a few know about.
Well, I think I know that one too, but I don't want to. I don't want to tell it. I'm talking about we're in the Grand Canyon for WrestleMania 27. It's our first. No, was it 26? It's our first trip, the first time we've ever met. This is like the first full day we've been face to face, and we go to the Grand Canyon. And I have to take a massive shit. Okay, I gotta go.
Already, so we're off to a good start.
Yeah, Travis had to go too. So I think he just had to piss or something, whatever. But I went in there, and the only stall that was available had no lock on the stall. It wasn't shutting. So I'm like, Travis. He's like, what? I'm like, can you stand in front of the door and make sure no one goes in here? I'll be quick. And he kind of agreed because I let him stay in my room for free. So he's like, okay. And when I talk about a massive shit, I mean diarrhea. I was letting go. And Travis had to stand there holding the door shut going, good Lord, God, stop. And I'm like, he's like, can I leave? I'm like, no, dude, you got to watch the door. Like, I'm like, what if someone comes in? And I'm there for like almost 20 minutes, and he's just smelling this foul smell. Shit.
That is what you call a friend. That is what you call a friend, or a victim. I don't know. Either way, good on Travis for doing that.
And that man's brother, his name is Marcellus, is like the biggest legend of all time. I don't know if you've ever heard of his brother Mars, but I fucking love his brother. His
Daniel
brother's
Mars?
so weird. No, not Daniel Mars. He's got a brother and calls himself Mars. Maybe he's based off Brett. I don't know.
I was gonna say I'm so sorry, Travis. I'm like, I'm sorry, Travis. I can't. Well, you can.
I feel like I feel like if I was ever a part of those CawCon things, I would have so many fucking stories on Steve and Travis and Alex that it could probably take hours to fill. Like we spent, yeah.
All right. So now, a while back, your crew, some of you did try to get into the wrestling business. You, Boo Boo, MB, and Steve. I've remembered. Now you stopped. Am I correct?
Yeah, I did the manager thing, and it was quite easy because I feel like I already had the talent. Like, I already had the mic skills and charisma. Like, that's what the guy told me. He's like, you don't really need much training. You know what you're doing. I worked probably for about half a year. And I did some shows in St. Louis, which is about from Chicago, like a 5-hour drive. And I'd go all the way out there. I'd work a show in front of like 30 people, make $40 and $20 for gas, and drive all the way back. So it's the typical, like, do the road, pay your due thing. But I just at that point in my life, I got like really busy with like work and having support stuff, and I just couldn't do it. I wanted to. I had a lot of fun, but I had no time.
Now, I know MB is still doing it, and yeah, and he's doing well on the West Coast. I don't know about Boo Boo. I don't hear much about Boo Boo.
Well, Boo Boo, all right, it's time to shoot on my buddy, Master Boo Boo, who in Caw was my first, and COH was my first guy. Like, I managed him. You remember that? I was his manager for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I basically paid for his full Atlanta, Georgia trip to WrestleMania. I paid for like
you let Travis stay in your room, and you pay for Boo Boo. I'm hearing how much of a wonderful human being you are, and then here comes Travis, and he fires you from COH. My God.
Hey, we'll get there. All right, let me tell this fucking Boo Boo story, okay? So Master Boo Boo, he was the first ever COH Pride champion. I don't know if you know that.
I do.
Remember that?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. I know you and your history. You're good with this shit. But I pay for his full, like, 90% of his trip. All he had to do was bring spending money and flight money. And he complained and bitched about everything we went to do, every place we went to eat. He just bitched and moaned, and he just wasn't grateful at all. And he kept asking me to help him pay for these trips. And at this point, I'm like, no, dude, I'm not doing that. Fuck that. Like, if he was maybe a little bit more grateful, maybe I would have helped a little bit. But like, that was like, I basically paid for his full thing, and he just like complained about everything, about how the trip sucked and how it was boring. I'm like, fuck you.
Like, from what I like, me and him never fully bonded, but like, just reading from his Facebook when I had him as a friend, he did seem pretty emo.
Yeah, and every status he has now is about wanting to kill himself and how women should not lose weight at all. Like, he doesn't think women are allowed to be healthy. He thinks they should all be obese because that's how beautiful they are or some shit. And he calls it like a phobia. Have you seen all that?
No, I don't have him at all.
Okay. Well, he every time a girl is going out to lose weight, he like shames them and deletes them. He's like, no, let me buy you Taco Bell. Like, he's fucking weird.
That is another thing about Boo Boo. I feel bad making it a bash Boo Boo thing. I really do.
He deserves, at this point, and I doubt he'll ever hear this, but he kind of deserves what he's doing.
He does come up, like, from what I did see, he does come up someone who's very immature, and that's coming from me.
He burned his bridges in wrestling because of his attitude. He had all these bookings in Texas, but now a booker won't even touch him because of how unstable he is. And I like to think I'm like a genuine dude, and I hope that he like straightens himself out. But like he's like almost 30 and he's still the same. Like, he hasn't changed. And the last time we talked, he was like begging me for money. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not really a big fan of his. I hope he pulls through and gets out of this funk, but I don't see talking to him anytime soon.
What a shame. Now, how about Kristen and D? Do you still talk to them?
Kristen, yes, I just talked to her today. She's coming to WrestleMania with us. She's sitting with us. Dee is a very quiet person. I don't know if you could tell. She doesn't really get along with most people. The last time I saw her, I was excited because I hadn't seen her in years. We're in Dallas, and we're at a table with like Gilbert Blaze, MB Wrestler, Steve, Crazy Mike. I think that's it. And she didn't talk to anyone but Gilbert. Like, we tried to talk to her, she wouldn't really say much. She would only talk to Gilbert. We're like, oh, okay. So she didn't like my personality. I'm a pretty loud personality.
I'm not gonna lie. I had a crush on D at one point.
Yeah, who didn't?
Because I was like, oh, she's cute, and when she lost, I'm like, God damn, you fine. I'm like, damn. I'm not gonna talk to you now, but she gonna talk to me at all.
Oh, God damn. No, trust me, I tried. Like, I was willing to like fly out, take her on a date. Like, I wanted to take her out and like be her guy, but she never really let me. So see, whatever. Well, I don't hold anything against it.
Well, everyone was crawling over Chris, and I'm like, yo, D, damn.
What? And I are like brother and sister. Like,
oh, now, I think we can talk about the What If stuff. We really do. I remember you guys had a group called the Skype Dungeon, something like that.
I was in the new shoot order, okay, and it was like a work thing. Like, we worked that we were gonna feud against each other with Wrestling Jesus on my side, and like Kristen and Paul Monoxide on the other, the Skype Dungeon. And it all went bad because fucking Wrestling Jesus had to hack Alex Enterprise in real life. Like, he actually hacked his channel. Ooh. Like, he kind of crossed the fucking line. Yeah. So I ended it, hopped on the Skype Dungeon side, and those videos are still there. The Skype Dungeon shit is still there.
I remember, like, the whole shit went down, and, like, Travis made this big documentary about it.
Yeah, he was pissed.
I remember, like, Travis was also in another group with, Smokey and another guy. I forgot his name. Fuck. It was like a little three-way, you know? Refugees, I like him a lot, but he is very spontaneous.
Yeah, I think he's calmed down later in life, but at the beginning, he, like, would hack people left and right.
There are so many What Is He stories. So many.
I know. Like, we could do like 5 shows just about this shit. I can go on and on. I tell people at my job, like, hey, I'm going out to New Orleans WrestleMania with these old YouTube friends, and they're like, what the fuck? What YouTube friend? And a lot of people don't get it. I'm like, yeah, I met these guys because I made videos, and we became friends, and we get together once a year for this big show. And it's kind of funny how the YWC kind of turned into Call of Honor. Just a little bit.
No, our generation did. Our generation, like, everyone from our little, like, era went to Call. And I'm not going to lie, yeah, there's drama in Call, but it's nothing compared to what we went through in the YWC.
No, it's Call is tamed and calm. YWC, there's, like, fucking 10 drama every day, like something new.
I think it's because day. Like the people who did convert to Call, we've grown up and we've matured a bit. I won't say a whole lot, because let's face it, we're not.
Normal people don't. Oh, okay. Let's get.
like now it's like it's easy. Like compared to what we went through in the YWC, constant hacking, constant doxing, all this bullshit that went through. You know, it's a lot tamer. A lot tamer. Unless you're Peter Gilmore, then you just ruin everyone's day.
Did I ever tell you why I left officially? Because it was a pretty fucking scary thing.
What happened?
There was a troll. I don't know if you know the name of him. Ever hear of Chris Haight?
No, I did not. I do not.
Okay, he called the police on me. He got my address.
Ooh.
and he called the cops. I've never told this publicly. I've told people like privately, but it's been so long. Fuck it. He called the cops and said I had like a bunch of underage kids that I was molesting in my house, and I had child porn on my laptop.
Jesus.
Yeah. The cops came, and they actually took me in a cop car, and they took me to the station with one of those see-through mirrors, and they like interrogated me for at least 3 hours. And I told them, and I recognized the voice because I talked to this guy on Skype once. I'm like, look, I do YouTube. This guy doesn't like me. Come to my house. You can look through all my shit. Like, and he came. I was living with my parents. I told them what was going on. They were like, they understood. The police came and scanned every computer with their police stuff. Found nothing. And they was like, all right, there's nothing to it. You're good. And I was like, clear of it all. But this guy, I like called the cops and said I did all this stuff. That could have been life ruining. Nothing was true, but it was fucking scary, man.
Jesus Christ! Oh, I'm guessing he's gone now, Mr. Chris Haight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I doubt he doesn't even know what call is probably.
I hope not, because I don't.
That was terrifying because they brought him in. Yeah. And I have like at that point my sister was like 3 years old, and like people were freaking. My parents were like, oh my god, this is fucking terrifying. Like I'm like, I know. Like they found absolutely nothing was true of it, and I'm glad that I think my willingness to show them like, hey, come to my house, look at shit. The guy told the cops that there was a basement. I was holding kids, and we don't even have a basement. Like it's fucked
Why did
up.
he hate you so? Like, why would he do this?
Trolls, you know how trolls are, man. Especially back then, it was worse than it is now. Like they go out of their way to ruin people's lives. Extreme ones, at least.
Well, I would judge him, but like I was kind of that way with Reggie. Yeah. Like I would call his house constantly, and I would harass his poor family. I don't know why. Maybe I'm a sadist. Who knows? And I felt bad for that. I felt bad for a lot of things that I've done. Yeah. A lot of things I've done, except for to Gilmore. Whatever I did to him, I'm proud I did that.
But that terrified me so much. I'm like, I do YouTube, and this guy like did this shit, and it was scary. I'm like, it's not worth it. So I instantly like deleted my channel like right away. I just left. I never had like a goodbye. I just kind of vanished.
Now, yeah. I remember this one video. I don't know if you were hacked or what, but someone made a video on your channel saying that you died.
No, that was a work.
And I just remember
I did. Okay. And what's going to be talked about in a little bit about COH might come off as, oh, he's working us now, but that's not a fucking work, I promise. I did fake my own death on the internet once. You still there?
Yeah, continue.
So I was doing this radio show called BWR, like online radio, and I was just about to graduate high school, and I didn't want to do it anymore. And the guys who hosted the show, one was in California, one's in Florida. I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore. I could just like have Johnny Thunder die and have these guys actually think I was dead. It's fucking sick, I know. But I actually had my friend call the host of the show and say that he found me dead in my pool. And they had like a tribute show for me and everything.
Oh my!
Peter Gilmore thought,
Johnny.
Yeah, dude. No, when I was younger, I didn't really think these things through. So I these guys thought it was only like 3 people involved with the show, but they had like a tribute show, and all these people are like saying, "Oh, I loved him on the show. Rest in peace." And my buddy's on the phone with the host of the show, recording the show, and I'm sitting next to him, laughing my ass off. Like, trying not to be hurt.
Oh my god!
I know, dude. I was like 18 years old. All right, this is literally months before I joined the YWC. Eventually, one of my friends who knows about the show and who I know in real life out here in Chicago actually thought I was dead. It got to him. I'm like, dude, no, I'm not dead. It's a storyline. Don't worry about it. But he didn't know that the radio show people knew it was just me faking it. So he went to them. He's like, oh, what a great storyline about John dying. And they're like, what storyline? So I got busted. Like, you didn't die.
And I'm guessing they never talked to you since.
No, I'm friends with them still.
Oh, well, I'm guessing they were okay with the joke then, I assume.
Well, at first they weren't, but then I'm like, as I got older, I got wiser. I'm like, let's just end all this tension. Like I talked, I said sorry, and we're cool. Like I would never do that at this point in my life right now. I really wouldn't. That was young me, and I was kind of just like dumb and wanted reactions.
Oh my god. You were a master troll. You were.
I got a full-time job.
Now, a while later on, you found religion. Am I correct?
A bit. I went to Bible school. What year? 2012 to 2014. Maybe I don't fucking know. But it was only like a 2-year thing, and it sucked.
Cause I remember on Facebook you were just super religious, and I'm like, oh wow, he did a complete 180. He's all wholesome now. He's thanking God.
I grew up in Christianity. I personally have nothing bad to say about it. I think it's kind of cool that people have a belief like that. I'm not in that anymore. I could say I went to Bible school and I was going to be a youth pastor. Believe it or not, I want to be a fucking youth pastor. The whole time I was there, I was treated like shit because I was different, because I was loud and kind of energetic. Everyone there was like fucking quiet. I'd be like, it'd be Friday night. I'm like, hey guys, where are we going? And they're like, oh, I just want to read my book. And in my head, I'm like, what the fuck? Let's go do something. Like, it's Friday night. In this place, like, we were like in our 20s and we had a curfew. And we couldn't drink at all, even during this. Like, it sucked, man.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Automatically, no, thank you.
I left it because they actually. This could be too long of a story. I'll make it short. They changed my grades to fail me out, so they had a reason to kick me out.
Ooh.
It got to that point. It got to the point where the people I thought were my friends were actually spying on me for the deans of the school to report what I was doing. And I wasn't even doing anything bad. I had a job. I did all my homework. I did everything, and I was getting good grades. And they made up grades just to fail me out, to say, "Hey, you got to leave."
Because you were too energetic.
Because they have a thing called one-on-one where they encourage you to go out with the deans of the school once a week to talk about your life. And I never did that because I was paying my way through school. I was going to work. I was doing my homework. So they thought I wasn't taking anything serious. So they legit, like, fucked me over. And I spent a lot of money there. So once I moved back home, like, I got into, like, major depression up to the point where I just beat it, like, a few fucking months ago. It was, like, this 3-year, like, I hated myself. I had no college. I was living at my mom's again. And my old room that I had was now my sister's room, and I had the spare room, and I was sleeping on my little sister's bed from when she was like 5 years old. So my tall ass, my legs are hanging off the bed, and I'm living in an up bin. Like, the Bible school fucked me up, and when they kicked me out, I had like nowhere to go, and I had nothing to fall back on. And I'm literally just getting out of that funk, like, to this day.
Well, it's good that you're now picking yourself up, you know. A shame what happened to you, but now that you're getting better, it shows that you're stronger now, and you know what? Good for you, man.
Depression fucked me up, but I could say now I'm getting ahead of it because I stopped feeling sorry for myself, and I got a really good job. I still have the same badass friends out here. You know, I got my own place finally, so it took a while, but you know, I'm getting back on my feet, and if I can help anyone with that struggle, please let me know. It fucking sucks. I get it. I almost tried to kill myself 3 times. Not even exaggerating.
Oh, Johnny.
Yeah, like it got really close. And some of the YWC guys know, because I was dealing with that before Bible school and after it too. So, man, I had a rough few years there.
I know. Let's move on to a more positive. Not saying like it's a bad thing. No. Clearly, we need to move on to a more happier note. Good. It's good that no. Please don't get it wrong. Wait.
No, I get it. I'm too open for my own good sometimes. Like I don't really hide shit from people.
But yeah, again, like I say, it's great that you moved on and you're stronger now. You're finally get back on your feet, and that's wonderful, dude. Now,
yeah,
you managed Boo Boo, but I think when people first think of you, your first big stint in COH, for me, it will have to be the OBN.
Yeah,
because you were the manager, you were the mouthpiece. Now, from the beginning to the end, what was your experience like? What was your opinion on an OBN from beginning to end? What was it?
It was my first big thing there.
To me, it was.
I loved how I turned on Boo Boo like that. Like the whole thing leading up that Johnny Thunder and Boo Boo, her faces, they're fighting the OBN, and then I turn and Von Hollywood wins a Pride title. I thought that was cool. I thought the story was fun, and I'll talk about my experience, but I don't want to beat the dead horse because I basically agree with everyone. I've listened to people's opinions on it who are involved with it. I had fun working with Nate. I always loved working with Nate. I requested to work with Nate a whole bunch of times because I thought we did really well together. If the full group was involved with promos, it would have been a lot better. But I felt like it was just us two kind of carrying that entire group.
Well, not true.
That's really it.
Sean did promos.
Well, yeah. I'm sorry. I was just trying to think of because I have a fucking awful memory. I forget what
like from what I've gathered, from what I understood, like a lot of those guys didn't know they were in COH, and by the time they found out about it, they're like, "We're not cutting promos. Fuck that."
I apologize to Sean. You did help. I'm sorry I didn't mention your name right. Please don't kill me. You're one of the guys. But yeah, you're right. These guys didn't even know they were in the group. I thought it was fun. Like, I had a lot of fun being in it. I had a lot of fun working with Nate. I am surprised that I was the last guy in that elimination chamber. Like, I was the fucking last guy with the team. But I loved it. And that was one of my only main events in COH history. I haven't really been involved with any main event storylines after that, really. Not really.
Well, yeah. Well, like you were basically after that essentially a comedy character, but like you looked very good doing it though. So you. But now, as for the OBN, like to me, that was it was good. For what it was. It wasn't a complete shit storyline. Let's not go that far. To me, it was good for what it was. But it could have been bigger if everyone got involved. If Travis, learns how to talk to people, which he still has trouble with, by the way. To this day, he has trouble talking to people. I don't know why. But yeah. Now, you were gone for a while. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
And you came...
No, I was going to say...
What?
Yeah, I was just going to close off the OBN thing. Again, I had fun. Working with Nate was like one of the highlights of being in COH. And I've told them this many times. Like, he's one of my fucking favorite guys ever. So,
Same here,
I know a lot of people didn't enjoy it. Yeah, I know a lot of people didn't enjoy it from a fan perspective. But just from working the storyline, I had a ball. Mm-hmm.
Now, after OBN, what did he do next? I think it was you were Thunder's Children. I could be wrong.
Well, the thing was, like, I left. Like, the whole thing was like I'm fired. Like, I'm gone. And I took some time off because at that point I was like high in the good old Bible school.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah. I wasn't doing much. They actually, when they announced they were bringing Slam in, I talked to Travis, and I'm like, hey, why don't you make me the GM? Like, that'd be kind of fun to do. For one show, they showed me on camera as the GM, and then I got so fucking busy that I couldn't do anything else. So then I was gone again. Do you remember that? When I was like the GM for one day?
Oh, God.
But I was supposed to be the
I have like bad memories, so like I remember bits and pieces.
Me too.
It
was literally I was on once, and then they just talked about me making matches. I wasn't seen again, and then I eventually came back doing the what happened. Now I'm trying to think. I don't think I did anything after that except the Thunder's Children thing. I think that came
because that's the only thing I can remember. Like maybe you did a few appearances here and there, but like nothing noteworthy. Because Thunder's Children was the only thing I remember that's noteworthy. After that,
I know I called a Rumble as Kablam, my alter ego Kablam. I called that with Travis, and only half of that was saved because the file got corrupted.
Oh, but go Travis!
It was comedy gold, man. If you listen to the first half, I'm telling Travis like, "Why do you sound like Travis Sparks?" And I'm just fucking tearing up. Like VPOC came out, and I called him like or VHS or something, and the scary guys. What the fuck's his name? Like the horror gimmick.
Oh, Masters of Horror, like that.
Yeah, they wanted me, like, in the comments they're saying they're going to, like, pull me under the sheets, and I took that as, like, a sexual thing.
Oh, wait, I remember your next thing was with, Keenan Jackson. Like, what, the G, like, the Man Beast G thing, like that?
Yeah. And he's like, I'm not a stripper. He's a stripper. He's like, I'm not a stripper. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm like, you want to be in a tag team? Sure, man. All right, we'll be the cheap strippers. Okay, great. Does that mean you're a stripper? No.
Oh my god!
Brought this motherfucker in after those comments just for that one-time thing.
Oh, Travis lets anyone in. Travis lets anyone in.
But before that, it was me and the Amazing Punk going back and forth a little bit.
There
Punk was out.
I vaguely remember that. Vaguely, I remember bits and pieces, but vaguely remember that.
Anybody knew?
So essentially, you went after like the special people.
No, I went after everybody.
You went after the Make-A-Wish kids, Johnny.
So it's just that became over, and the other times I tried with new people. Nothing ever went anywhere. I try with everybody. Everyone who's like, hey, I'm new. I want to join, and I'll be in gimmick. And I was just like, well, fuck you. And I was just like...
Oh, my God.
It's like, it happened just with the Make-A-Wish kids. That was just the one that got the most over. And I think I helped Punk get a gig here at COH, too.
And he ruined it.
That's not on me, man. I'm the one who got him over, like in the comments, and then that's I don't even know how he ruined it.
He had a rather negative attitude towards people.
And I think he's a cool guy. Like I've talked to him outside of it, and I told him after our little back and forth, I'm like, hey, that was just character, and he understood. At least I think he understood, because he said, I get it. But at the same time, Kenyon Phoenix said that too. And I don't know if he fully understood what the fuck I was doing.
Oh God, Johnny. Well, we can play Travis for that.
I gotta haze I'll haze everyone who comes through, okay?
You didn't haze me?
Hey, where's my title shot, baby? And that's my thing too. In drama threads on the Cost You page, I'll just randomly come in there and I'll just be like, hey, I want a title shot. It have nothing to do with the thread. I'll just be like, hey, can I have a world title shot?
Oh my God. Now, Thunder's Children.
Yes.
That was something.
You know how long that took me to convince Travis to let me do? 1.5 years. I pitched that for so long. I'm like, dude, people are gonna love this. It's fucking weird. It's super original, at a time where everyone's gimmick in COH was like kind of mimicking somebody. I think I was one of the originals out there.
Well, when it comes to you know, we'll get to Travis later. I can't keep taking shots at him. It's no. Well, continue.
Yeah, the original idea, which I'd say it was 90% done the way I wanted it to be. I wanted, and I don't blame commentary for this because I fucking love Doc. Doc is one of my closest friends here in Caw. I wanted Doc was the heel, but I wanted more so it to be leaned on that I was like a con artist. Like it should have been known to the fans that Johnny Thunder's a con artist, charging these two guys thousands of dollars to be his children while they just cook him food and clean his house. That's what I wanted it to be. Like, just conning all these people. But it turned out just the alien thing that these guys thought it was this intergalactic alien from Boonok or something, you know. Which, honestly, that was the funnest I've ever had in Caw. I had a ball with those promos. And every one of those promos, nothing was written. I just turned the camera on and went. Like, I had nothing planned.
I fucking loved it because, Calvin, every, comment, every post, every promo, he was teasing, you two were gonna go at it. And absolutely nothing happened.
Because I think he's a good guy, but he likes to take business into his own hands. I don't know if you agree with me, because he wasn't really following the gimmick. Like, he was put on this thing where he's supposed to be brainwashed that I'm an alien who's going to show him how to time travel and win and shit. Like, and he just would constantly in the comments bash me. And when I would punish him or charge him money, he would be like, "I'm not doing that." Like, you're not fucking playing with the gimmick, dude. I think
Did you try to talk to him?
A little bit, but it wasn't working. And knowing his personality, I don't think it would have worked. That was my biggest gripe with it. And nothing against him personally. I just thought he wasn't really playing with the gimmick at all. I don't know if you noticed that at all.
I noticed that. I noticed that. Every comment he would make with you, he's trying to tease. Oh, this is it. He's finally gonna turn on Johnny Thunder. He's finally after 25 years, he finally did it. He finally dumped you. Him and Tyler Richards finally dumped you after so long.
Let me back up before we get to the turn, because some of my favorite promos, I don't know, the one that I wish people talked about more, if there was one that I was proud of, it's the one where I got my COH world title shot against Goonie. And I portrayed different people in Johnny Thunder's life. I don't know if you remember this, but I was like Johnny Thunder's wife, where I just showed my nipples like I was flashing the camera.
Oh, dear God.
And I was like Johnny Thunder's trainer, where I just talked to the different. Then I played. I always had that clone thing where every time I lose, it was my clone, because I was in Gunk somewhere, the real me. So I played the clone in this video, and I'm like, I Johnny Thunder clone. I don't know English very good. I talk like I did.
I remember how if when they would lose a match, or if they won a match, you would take over their bodies. That was all me. Yes. I control their mind. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
That was the best. I took whenever they lose, I would be fighting a war in some planet, winning over some planet or something. It was the ultimate kind of con artist thing, that he took credit for all the good stuff and he had excuses for the bad.
I remember Calvin "Oh, Johnny, our leaders want to talk to you," and then you went, "You idiot, that was me." You completely no-shoulder.
He wouldn't know how to reply, because I would nail. I'm like, that was fucking me testing your loyalty. You now owe $10,000 more this month. Dude, the alien thing was so fun. I almost did that in the independent scene. I was trying to pitch that to the guys I was working with in the indie scene before I left.
Oh my God, that is phenomenal.
There's the one with Zane LaFontaine, where I was facing him, and I was like, dolphins don't fly, and I transformed myself into a dolphin, and I jumped off my couch and didn't fly. I'm like, see, I didn't fly.
You exposed him.
Yeah, I had an idea for the Rumble. I'm like, Travis, if you don't have a lot of spots, have 5 Johnny Thunders in there, and have 4 of them be Johnny Thunder clones. All in at different times. I wish that would have. But the whole them turning on me thing, that was when I was kind of like, I'm like, I want to retire. Like, I wanted to leave on my own terms. I'm like, look, these guys have been with me for a while. We could turn on them and get them some little bit of heat there, give them some heat back, whatever. So I told Travis, have him turn on me, and that'll be my last appearance. And I don't know if you remember, but like shortly after that, I posted a retirement message.
Well, yeah, you retired, but not for long.
No, because literally within 2 days of telling Travis I'm done and posting that message, I had the idea of Chef Johnny Thunder.
Oh my
just
god!
Came to me when I was, and that had more potential because I had such ideas for that gimmick. I was gonna, after this Party Man thing, I was gonna do so much. I was gonna buy a watermelon and just start having a match with the watermelon, like in my house, just like throwing it around.
Now, speaking of Chef Johnny Thunder, you and Doc are phenomenal. You and Party Man were phenomenal. That was a fun feud that I know a lot of people enjoyed. Mm-hmm. You and Party Man.
When it comes to Doc, I'm sure you saw the video we did together, where you came to my place. Did you see that one?
I think it was a live stream.
Yeah, it was a live stream, and we didn't tell anybody he was coming because he came out for Comic-Con in Chicago to meet Stan Lee, and I knew about it for months, but we didn't tell anybody. So he started in my garage and came down and found me, and I like showered with the onesie on, my Ghostbuster onesie, and like that guy, he's very talented. He's a good dude.
Oh, I love Doc.
Party Man.
I love Doc.
Yeah, I do too. He's a good dude. Hopefully he invited me out to Kentucky, where the fuck he lives, so I might go visit him soon. Maybe we'll do a live stream from there. I love Party Man. I think he's a very good guy. We have similar interests. He's trying really hard to get those promos done. I don't know if you noticed, but he really does try.
He does try. He does.
Yeah. I helped him during our feud. Like, he would send me 3 at a time, and I'd tell him which one the best one was and gave him tips, because I generally wanted this guy to be a part of the show, because you could tell he cares about this, and he's got passion. He just has to get over those nerves.
Yeah, that's like when it comes to Party Man, and there are a lot of guys that are like him at COH. There are guys that you could tell just absolutely suck, like Maniac Mitch or whatever. No matter how much training they get or how much advice you give them, they're gonna suck no matter what. Party Man is someone that I see has potential. The only thing that's holding him back is, of course, the nerves. He's always nervous. He's talking so much. He's talking so fast in his promos, stuttering, and I'm the same way in a sense, but
and I think they've gotten better. His stuff has gotten a lot better than what he started off with.
Not only that, he knows how to sell. He knows not in the ring, because we're not really wrestling. He knows he knows he says this. I should say this. Oh, he said this. This how I should act. He knows what to do and what to say. I give him that. Yeah. Like, there are guys that would. There are guys that would.
He made fun of how he lost that one match that I had with him, or he had a match and he lost because he fell off a rope or some shit. It was like, I don't remember what it was, but he made fun of it, and I'm like, that's the kind of attitude you need.
Because again, that's exactly, because he knows what it's going. He knows it's a comedy feud. It's a fun feud, and he knows that. For if you had anyone else that was like a Keenan or a Calvin Marshall, they would take you seriously. They would. Party Man, he plays along, and I love that in him. I do. I love that in Party Man.
I really hope. I was glad he wasn't on the list that I was on today, because I had a fear he might that he might have been after what happened with Travis and I thought he was going to be on it. But I was very happy that he was. If there's one good thing about this is that Party Man is still with COH, and hopefully he could take over what I did.
I agree. Hopefully he does. Because again, he's a good guy. He's a wonderful guy. Absolutely wonderful. And I have no doubt in my mind that he could be a huge name in COH. Main eventer? I don't know. That's time to tell. But I have no doubt in my mind that he will be someone very popular in COH.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like how my buddy Barney Green was.
Barney Green, I think Barney's the same way. I think he's the same way.
Yeah, he's a lovable guy, Barney Green.
He is. He's awesome.
Yeah, he was one of my first matches when I did like a solo run. Oh, that's what I did in between all that shit. Like I had a thing with Barney Green for a while. Oh fuck!
I think that was my first year in COH. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know, but a lot of it I remember vividly. Then there's a lot that I just don't remember too much.
Let's see what else. Now, okay, we're gonna get to the Travis thing in a minute because there's one question that someone asked, and we're gonna get to it soon. But now I'm gonna ask some more questions. Now my next question is: do you hate black people after what Travis did to you?
No, I don't.
Good.
One of my best friends is a black man. His name is John Gray, and he's my buddy.
Good, because Travis should not represent the black people to you. Okay, he's a very bad black man. Okay, I apologize on his behalf. As a fellow black man, I apologize.
We've had this like somewhat serious interview, and I was wondering like when you're gonna turn this around, because we've been somewhat serious. Like we had some serious moments.
Because you know what? I forgot because we were having such a great discussion.
Like this is a different format than his usual show.
Because again, I was talking to you, and like it's such a fun conversation because we're reminiscing all this stuff, and like how you like put it on like the Make-A-Wish kids on stuff. It was a great interview.
And we're not done yet. The juicy shit's still coming. So keep it coming.
Yeah,
keep it coming.
How big's your dick?
The size of my iPhone plus.
Ooh.
How else do you think I measure? How else do you think I measure when I jerk off? I was curious once. I'm like, how the fuck is this average size? So I took the iPhone base and put it against my erect dick, and it was about the size. So I'm like, all right, Siri, how big is this iPhone? And she told me the inches. I'm like, oh, good, that's cool. So that's how.
I can pleasure you with this now. Wonderful.
Yeah. That's not even a fake story. Anyway.
Oh, all right, Johnny. Actually, one of my buddies, I won't say his name. Let's call him Roy. And for whatever randomly, he goes, "Well, I have an above average penis," and I go, "What the fuck, Roy?" Out of nowhere, and like. So I play along. How big is it? He goes, "Oh, about as big as a Glade can, the little glass brace." I'm like, "Damn, you're a big boy."
Tell him to measure against his phone. That's the true measure of a dick. Because your phone don't lie. And go, how many inches is this phone? It'll tell you, and be like, "Oh wow."
Now,
okay.
If anyone could guess who Roy is, you could be on my show. How about that?
Are you talking about Ray Guinness over
No,
there?
not Ray. No. Ray would never tell me this. Ray would never randomly go, "Oh, my well, but look here, you son of a bitch. My dick is that big as a Glade can." He would never do that.
Oh, you know what we didn't talk about? My fucking shit with Rockstone.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Dude, are you kidding? We feuded for like a fucking year.
Bro, like my memory's shit. Like I remember like only a few storylines.
That's fine. Well, Rockstone, my friend, who I've met as well. He actually works at the famous. Well, I'm not gonna fucking tell you where he works, but he lives out in Chicago, and I've seen him a bunch of times, and he's a cool dude. I had a lot of fun working with him. It went on a little too long, like it was almost a fucking year, and then we revisited it like the next year. But I love the guy. He's fucking great.
I love Rockstone too. Fucking Rockstone's amazing. Yeah. He has like when it comes to the feud, from what I hear, he comes up with the wildest shit, right? And I'm like, that's amazing, bro.
He does. And in person, I thought he was going to be a lot taller, but he's not. I fucking tower over him, but I tower over most people.
Oh, so he's a midget.
He's not a midget, okay? So, he's not a Make-A-Wish kid.
So is he like Hornswoggle small or like Taz small?
No. Yeah, he's Hornswoggle small. That's, yeah, okay. You can't fucking tell. Yeah, he's Hornswoggle size. Yeah, fuck that. What kind of show? What credentials do you have to have this kind of show? To see the size of Hornswoggle?
Absolutely nothing.
Roxo's gonna kick your ass. I know he kicked my ass.
Hey, you said he was small. I only played along.
Alright. You're right. He's gonna kick my ass.
So Roxo, he's in Chicago, bro. Kick his ass. If anything, before this interview, he said the N-word. He said the N-word.
I did it. What the fuck?
He's like, Rockstone, that nincompoop. And I'm like, Johnny.
No. I would never. Rockstone's a man. He lives deep downtown. So I pray for him every day. He's my bro.
Yeah, I love Rockstone. Rockstone, we're joking. We're kidding, Rockstone. We love you, bro. You're amazing.
You know who was just down here? Flying Dolphin, Zane LaFontaine.
Oh, Stuart.
And I've known him about as long as I knew you. He did early YouTube for a bit. And we actually met last Thursday. And we got beef sandwiches and burgers. And it was fucking great.
I love Stu. Stu's amazing, too. He's such a troll.
Yeah.
He is and a shit poster, and I love that in him.
Yeah. We talked for like at least it was like 3 hours. We finished eating. We just talked about everything. It was great.
Oh my god!
You got to sit in my car, and I'll admit to your listeners now, Johnny Thunder drives a Nissan Cube. I have a Cube.
I too have a Cube. It's a Honda Cube, or an Element.
I've never seen a Honda Cube before.
Well, it's called a Honda Element. It's called a Honda Element, and like my coworkers, they were going in, and they're like, "Hey man, it's just like a box," and I'm like, "Hey man, you're illegal. Shut the fuck up." So it's I drive a box. It's a good box. It's very roomy though.
Right now.
Huh?
Oh yeah, the Cube is the same. Yeah, I'm looking at a picture of what the car looks like. Yeah, you got more room than I do, but those cars are very spacious.
They are, and I love the fact that I could pick mine. I could like pick them in mine and just clean the floor, because the floor isn't like cloth or whatever. It's all like plastic in there, so it's very easy to clean.
Yeah, I've fucked in my Cube before, and by fucked I mean jerked off by myself.
Oh, how was that?
It was good. My iPhone-sized dick. It lasted about 30 seconds.
Impressive.
I know. It used to be 10. I'm really good now. There's a lot of good socks in my trunk. That's for sure.
Oh, I use tissues, and there's like a bunch of tissues right now everywhere in my room, and I gotta pick it up later. All right, so
they rip everywhere. Get it?
I have a question from Sean. Sean Walsh, by the way. Johnny, I've always had strong feelings for you. I always thought you were handsome, attractive, and very sexy. Now, I want to know, do you feel the same about me? This is from Sean, by the way.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie WALL-E?
No.
You know, WALL-E, the fucking Disney movie.
I know what you're talking about. I've never seen it, though.
Do you know where WALL-E lives? At the beginning of
on the moon?
He lives on Earth, which is now basically a giant trash can.
Uh-huh.
That's how I think of Sean Walsh's looks.
Oh, okay. And that was totally Sean Walsh who sent that. He totally asked that question. Totally, I would not make that up whatsoever.
No, I believe you because he's DM'd me under a different Facebook name before. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this a question? This is from a question from AJ Young. Now AJ Young asks, "Hey yo nigga, what is up? What's good in the hood? Holla at your boy." Yeah. That's what he asked.
Holla. Okay.
All right. Okay. AJ tends to act black, even though he's a white boy. But yeah, that's besides the point.
Yeah, I don't look at color, man.
I do. We're learning more about me each day. Okay. Now, the first question on the post is from a guy named John Crozer. He asked, "Should it be fun? I got a lot to say." What is your response to this?
Well, I hope it's worth it. I'm not answering my own damn question, you fucking idiot.
Hey, your name's Johnny Thunder. Your name's Johnny Thunder. This is a John Crozer, sir. Big difference.
Oh, I'm sure. I got a feeling he's got the same iPhone-sized dick as I do. That's for sure.
Nah, look at his picture. He seems like he has a bit of a peanut, but that's besides the point. A question from Doc. How was your relationship with Doc help you turn into a lover of French cuisines and the color purple?
Okay, I gotta get the chef out here for that. It's Chef Yoni Thunder. The dog. I eat French beef soup for breakfast yesterday. I also make a bowl of Cheerios. Very difficult to make in France. Cheerios. You got to put the milk in the bowl and the cereal in the bowl. The dog is a very good student of my class, and I wish him the very best.
Chef Johnny Thunder, I love your book. I bought it. I made wonderful cuisines. I bought your book.
Yeah, oui.
Yeah.
Oui. My favorite chapter in the book is about how to make buttered toast.
Oh, I keep making that, but I keep getting my penis in it, and I think I'm doing it wrong.
Oh, no. You do not put it. You just put it in the toaster, and you put it in the butter, and then the pop-up.
Now, do I use my penis to spread the butter?
No. The chef world, we do not have penises in chef world. No. Yeah, we cut off so we don't get penis in soup.
Yeah, cause actually, I'm trying to spread the butter with my
No, cut your pee-pee off. No.
And it's not working, and it keeps burning.
My cock used to get in my cereal every morning before I became world-renowned chef in France.
Sean asked if I was gonna make this interview serious, and the first half is a yes. The second half is we're fucking around now.
Yeah, but then we're gonna close it with a hell of a thing.
Yeah. Now, as we both know, Sean is very racist, extremely racist. Because he hates black people, he hates Asian people, he hates gay people. What are your thoughts associated with Sean, knowing that he's this homophobic, this racist individual?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah. What are my thoughts?
Yes.
Fuck. It's so sad because he has so much potential for the Me Too movement. I think he'd be great for #MeToo, but the way he treats women and others, it's sad. And sometimes I have to rip my fucking jeans off in public and get to my knees and cry about it in the mall. And they get it because it's all about equality. #MeToo.
If only Sean felt the same way. He's gonna kill me now.
I know.
He's gonna kill me.
Can we move on? Because I'm getting really sad. This is just like my suicide talk. All right, this is on the same level.
Look, for you it's fun. But when I get back after he hears this, he's gonna kill me.
Yeah, I'll kill you, not me. You're the one who's asking me.
I know. Oh my god. Alright, so John Black goes, a fake Frenchman, a guy who's pretending to be French, asks, "Sir, do you want some croissants, some baguettes, or maybe some of that brochet?"
So Black he has the shittiest cooking in all of France. Oh, he once tried to make a pizza, and it came out a napkin. What the fuck?
See, I know you're lying because I know John, and John is one lazy ass motherfucker who would not cook for himself whatsoever.
Oh, yeah, we I tried to teach his ass how to cook some water. You know, you put the water in the glass. He fucking poured the water on his cock, and I'm like, what the fuck? See, this is the potential of what Chef Johnny Thunder could have been, but
oh my god. It's a shame that I gotta make one of my friends, because now when I get back to them, they're gonna find out what I said, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck, Jay?"
You could just edit this out.
No, I am not. They're gonna hear this, and I want to enrage them.
You, man. I give you an out, but it's on you now.
Like, all my interviews, I've been taking shots at them. It's hilarious, and they hate me for that.
If anyone's still listening to this, what the fuck are you doing? It's the weekend.
Alright, now let's get to the whole point of this, because you mentioned about this. Scott asked, "Why are you leaving?" And you and I both know you're not leaving. You got fired, so what happened?
Let me start at the beginning. Before I get into it, what I think about Travis as a friend, it does not interfere with the COH business side of things. And he knows it. Like, he's still my boy, and like, he's still my bro. I've known him for 10 years, this dude. I've known him since like we were both fucking young as fuck. He's coming to WrestleMania. He's sitting with me for WrestleMania, so I'm hyped to see him again. But
so you want to knock him out?
No. I probably won't even bring any of this up. Like, what we talked about it's about Kaw. What happened, unfortunately, is about Kaw. It's not reflecting on what we think of each other. But to say that I'm mad at him right now, oh yeah, because I genuinely enjoyed doing what I did. So when that whole, how many was it, the top 500 Kaw? You remember that list came out?
Yeah.
The top 500. I talked to you a little bit about it jokingly, but there's a little air of seriousness to this. I wasn't even on the top 500 ranking of Kaw. I never took this thing serious. It was always a hobby, something I did for fun. But I worked 6 years doing this, and I don't even make like the bottom 500. I would have been happy with 499.
Oh no! It was 100.
Oh fuck! I don't know why I said 5. Okay, it's still the fucking point. It's still the same. Out of this community that we have, that I didn't make the top 100. It really kind of bugged me, and I don't know. Do you think I have a right to say that? Like, because sometimes I think about that, because this is where it all stems from. That I wasn't there, and I put all these years of work, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're so funny, you're so entertaining," and I'm looking at this list, and I know like 15 people. I'm like, who the fuck are these people on this list?
No,
I guess there's a little.
Now, when it comes to Kaw, we all say we take it for fun. But there is some seriousness that we take in this. Because, let's face it, all of us are very passionate about Kaw. We take this seriously, but to an extent, you know? So, like, when you're not really, when you know you've been working so hard, you've been busting your ass off, and you feel like you're not getting praise, you do have the right to be upset about it.
Yeah. And I was being told privately and in comments, "Oh, Johnny Thunder is always so funny. He's so fucking good." And not to be even towards the bottom of that list kind of pissed me off a little bit. To say it lit a fire under me when it comes to Kaw, yeah, it did. So I went to Travis, and I'm like, "Look, I need to do something different with this. I want to do some sort of a serious gimmick. It could still be funny, but the lower card, which I had been used to for like 6 years, I wanted to do it different. I never ever once have asked Travis for anything other than doing the Johnny Thunder children thing. I bugged him about. I never came to him going, "Give me this title match," or "Put me over this guy," or "Have me work with this guy." I did everything he told me to do. And when I go to him, I'm like, "Hey, why don't we repackage Johnny Thunder? Turn me babyface." I had this idea that Chef Johnny Thunder was going to be in a fiery car accident, and then he was going to have amnesia, and he was going to watch all the footage of all the things he did, all the cons he pulled, and he was going to feel bad, and it was going to be like, I want to win the fans' respect. I want to win the respect of the people, and I had this great idea, and it was never about winning any sort of title. I just wanted to be in that picture. Travis said, "No, we're not going to do that." And I said, "Why?" He's like, "Well, you're the comedy guy." And I'm like, and I've heard all these stories about how people who are close to him, like people I know, go to him and say, "I want to do this," or "Hey, give me this," and he'll let them do it. And I've been, what are you laughing?
He lets people do. Oh, look, I love Travis, I do, but trust me when I say I know how you feel.
Yeah, so he it's like special privileges to people, and I always thought I was one of his boys that was brought in at the beginning of all of this, and that would have a job in life. And if I don't ask for anything for 6 years, and all I ask is for to be repackaged a little bit, and to be a mid-card guy at least, to be in that picture other than where I am. And he's like, "No, that's not where you belong." That made me mad. So the Party Man stuff happened, and I wasn't really super into it. But I liked the guy generally. I wanted to get him over, but I wanted something more for that fucking show, Ultimate Glory. I wanted to do something more. And I kept bugging him about it. And it got to the point where I'm like, then I don't want to be the comedy guy anymore. But then he's like, "Well, I'm going to have you beat the Party Man. You'll get your win." And I'm like, then what do I do? And Travis, I still can't believe he fucking said this. He was going to make up a guy for me to face. Some, like, a time traveler.
That's
or
bullshit.
Some shit.
That is so cheap. That is so cheap.
And I'm like, "You're making up a new comedy guy?" After I nicely asked for a repackage. I want to challenge myself in this. I could do the comedy thing for fucking years. I can think of new random gimmicks forever. But I'm also, if you don't know, I'm in like an improv comedy class, and I'm trying to do my skills with that, and Kaw's been helping, and I'm like, I need a new challenge. I want to do it. And he wouldn't let me do it. He basically called me just the joke guy, and that kind of pissed me off to the point where I beat Party Man. He's like, "See, you beat the Party Man. You got your big win, your first match in Ultimate Glory." And I'm like, "All right, what's next?" He's like, "Oh, the time traveler gimmick." And I'm like, "No." I straight up told him no. And he's like, "Well, if you're not doing it, I'm just going to release you." I'm like, "That's fucking fine."
Oh, bro, please tell me, like, there's a part, like, this is a swerve. I'm really hoping. But at the same time, I can see that in Travis. That's the worst part.
I wouldn't be making this shit up. Like, it really pissed me off. Because I told you, I never asked for anything. I did everything he told me to do. I lost to Nate in like 10 seconds once. Like,
oh man.
So what do you, now that I've told that story, like, honestly, do you think I was in the right to do what I did? Like,
well, I can see, in a sense, I'm not saying he's right at all. He's very wrong for this. He's absolutely wrong. You're right.
Yeah.
But
you want to save your ass. You want to protect your ass, so you don't get in heat with him.
No. I've told him how I felt multiple times. How I felt, and like there are multiple times where I felt like I just wanted to quit because of him. Like, he's just so difficult to talk to. He's so difficult. Mm. And, like, look, Travis is good at Kaw. He is. You know, editing, commentating, you know, he gives people chances. He gives the wrong people chances at the time, too, yes. But when it comes to booking, he isn't that great. Like,
Mm-hmm.
my view with John Blackos was all for me and John. Sean and Carol's thing, all Sean and Carol. When it comes to booking, he is like either mediocre or it's like, what are you thinking? And I've told him this many times. Many of times I told him this. And also, like, he can't take... that was a Veteran Travis thing right now. And he's not that great at taking criticism whatsoever. He's not that great. He isn't. So, like, when I hear this, it's like, I'm hoping it's a swerve at the same time. Like, I can't see this from Travis. I could. Maybe it was your mistake being a comedy character for 6 years, but, like, he is giving everyone an opportunity. Everyone. He's willing to take a risk for everyone else. But the fact that he would take that for you, I'm not shocked. At the same time, I am a little annoyed by that. I am. That does upset me a whole lot. Because...
And it's taken a lot for me to separate this from the guy I'm going to be hanging out with, like, in a few weeks. Like, I know by then the tension will be gone. We've had a lot of fun on these trips before. It's just I busted my ass for him in this damn show, and I get no chance to shine.
Let me put it this way: I wasn't in the same spot as you, but I remember I went to New Jersey with him, and like this one night, everyone had this big talk, and I told him how I felt, and I told him how I wanted to leave because I was just so upset with him. Now look, you can't talk to him on Facebook or maybe on Skype, but when it comes to this, in my opinion, you need to talk to him one-on-one, in person, on Skype, because eventually, in my opinion, he will see the error in his ways. Because a lot of time when he fucks up, he realizes, wow, I fucked up. Like the whole Nitro thing with Smokey, he fucked up on. Whether he admits it or not, he fucked up on. But, you know, it's again, like, you just gotta talk to him up front. You need to confront him. Because you can't do it on Facebook, on Messenger. That way he can hide. He's known to do that. He'll ignore it. If you confront him in person, he'll be like, okay, let's talk. Let's see what we can do. That's the one thing I give him credit for.
And you know what sucks? Alex Enterprise got involved in this because I was kind of ranting to him, and that's why he even posted on the page today. He hates when his friends fight, and like he's in a weird spot, like.
Oh, he's in that spot often, apparently, from what I understand.
Yeah, and there's a little part I didn't tell you about because I was just ranting. When I refused the time traveler thing, I'm like, well, if you're not going to let me do this, let me do it the right way. I wanted to put Party Man over on the next CPV or whatever. I wanted to have extend it, put him over. I don't need a Levi McIntyre half-hour goodbye. You can have him fucking stretcher me out, never be seen again. But he wouldn't let me do it. He said he wanted to move me on to this new time traveler gimmick. And that's when I said no. I wanted to come back. I wanted to do the Party Man for another month, and he wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah, that's a shame. Like, the fact that he won't let you try to be a little serious character. You know, he wouldn't let you do that.
Yeah, I'm not asking for the world title. Like, I joke around on the boards, forums a lot. Like, I want a title shot. But I just do that because fucking newbies do it. I think it's really funny, you know, when just people show up like, I'm gonna get your title. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, it's not like I've asked him to win the title for like fucking months. I just want to be in some sort of title picture. I don't even need to fucking win.
Now, you know, now that you said your piece, I am willing to have Travis on my show to say his piece. Although I probably won't be as playful because I do want to grill him for now. I do, but for this, I'm gonna be like, yeah, we'll have fun, but there are things I want to say to you.
You got a guy who's here for 6 fucking years.
Oh my god.
So I don't know if that means that my COD days are over. Like, I might have talked to Ray already. I might have talked to Nate already. Like, you just don't know.
You should join the AWF.
Why would I tell you if I was going anywhere?
I said you could talk. I said, are you going? Or you could talk.
Well, yeah, I could, and the reason I never really went anywhere else except I worked for Steve Knox, fucking MX with Steve for a bit. I worked for Kevin Marks a lot. Yeah, I was loyal to Travis. I didn't want to go anywhere else. Like I'm like, no, I don't want to do any more shows. Like this is where I want to be exclusively. So that's why you didn't really see me anywhere else.
Huh. That's just a lot then. Well, hopefully your Caw thing isn't done because I love you in Caw. You're phenomenal. And hopefully one day we'll see you back in COH. Hopefully.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Even if Travis and I are still cool, I don't know if I want to go back after this. But hey.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, sadly, we have to close the show because I have work tomorrow. And
me too.
I am awful with very little sleep. So
damn, this is a long episode.
This was a long episode, and I'm going to post the entire thing. I'm not going to even edit the beginning. Like, they're going to hear our shit talking in the beginning. And, and so with that being said, boys and girls, I hope you had a wonderful time. I hope you had a wonderful time listening to me and Johnny kick back, relax, and top of the past. And I hope one of you people who think about doing COH, be careful. That's all I got to say.
Be careful, guys. A dangerous world out there.
Yep. Oh, I'm gonna get so much heat. So, boys and girls, good night, good luck, and Johnny Thunder, please send us off. There we go. Now, where's the stop button? There it is.